For foundation, I am using the CoverGirl Clean Matte in the shade Ivory in a beauty blender and just pressing this into my skin all over. For concealer, I am using the Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral, and I am putting this underneath of my eyes, down the center of my nose, and then I'm covering up any sort of acne and redness, as well as highlighting in between my brows, like kind of in the center of my forehead. Then I'm just going to go back in with that same beauty blender and just press everything into the skin to blend it all out and make sure that it is nice and seamless. Then I'm going to go in and set everything with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This has been a favorite of mine lately. I was using the Ben Nye neutral set, which I also love, but I like that this has a little tiny hint of color to it instead of being stark white. Next, using my NARS Ita brush and the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, I am contouring with the lightest contour shade. I'm going on the hollows of my cheeks, the tip of my nose, and along my hairline. Then I'm going to go back with the same brush that I used for my powder, and I'm just blending everything out and just making it a lot more seamless. For my brows, I'm using the BH Cosmetics Ultimate Brow Palette. I'm using this taupe shade to fill in my brows. I've lately been drawn to the taupe shade because it's not too warm, which when I have my natural skin tone, if I have anything too warm, it just looks very strange against my skin, and this has a nice cool aspect to it, and it just looks a lot more natural. For eyeshadow, we are going to be using the Morphe 350 palette. I'm taking this light tan color and using this as a base for my eyeshadow. Then I'm going to go in and use a really pretty champagne color over top of this color just to add a little bit of sparkle and just kind of brighten up the eye area. Next, going in with this red brown, I am putting this on the outside corner as well as the inner corner and leaving the brightest section, that sparkly bit that we put in the middle. To deepen everything a little bit more, I'm going in with this darker brown and just kind of focusing this over top of the red brown that we did prior to this. Just helps to add a little bit of depth to it, but I'm not totally covering that red brown. So then I am using both the red brown and the dark brown on the waterline on the bottom and smudging that out just to give a smoky effect. And then I go back in and make sure that that pop is nice and bright. I also use a little bit of that shimmer with my finger in the corner of my eyes. Next, I'm going in with the Maybelline Line Express and lining my waterline just to make my eyes pop. And then I'm going in with my NYX matte liner and giving myself a nice slight wing. Then I'm going in with the MAC Pink Saloon and just adding a little hint of color to my cheeks so I don't look totally dead. And then a little bit of the NYX Banana Powder underneath to just brighten my under eye just a tiny bit. And then I will be just putting a little on my nose to highlight and then further cover up any redness. Then I'm going to go in with the Strobe of Genius palette from NYX and use the lightest highlight, and I'm just highlighting my cheeks and my nose and my cupid's bow a little bit, and then I also put a tiny bit on my forehead. Now I'm just coating my lashes with Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara for prepping for eyelashes, which today I will be using the Samantha lashes from Huda Beauty. Both of these shades would be really pretty with this look. They are both from ColourPop. The first is in the shade Midi, the second is in the shade Notion, and I decided to go with the second one because I wanted something that was very bold and added that little extra bit of burgundy pop to my look. Finally, to break up all of the burgundy, I am using this scarf that I got from Charlotte Russe, and it has a little bit of the burgundy touch to it, but it also has that nice creamy ivory to it, and I just think that it really kind of ties everything together. So this is the final look. I hope that you guys liked it, and if you would, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you. Bye, guys.